Join us, MrTruck.com, for truck reviews, trailer reviews, and accessory reviews.
Welcome to 2021 SEMA with Kent and Kelsey. Today we're here with Sulastic, and this is our new friend Alejandro, and he's going to show us this new torsion system that he has, or the Sulastic system.
Hi, how are you? This is Alejandro from Sulastic, and we are introducing this new product for the RV trailers, and it's a tandem axle suspension that will fully replace the leaf spring suspension to a torsion rubber spring suspension from Sulastic. So here we have the original suspension, leaf springs, the equalizer that is on black color, the leaf spring suspension attached to both ends in order to distribute the weight between the two axles. So this is the complete system that replaces the leaf spring. So now we have two torsion springs made by Sulastic, preloaded at the factory. We have these arms, which are not hollow. It is solid metal, so it's
heavy piece of metal.
It's really heavy. We have also heavy-duty bushings with metal bushing, but it's not just a very thin slip. It's a very heavy-duty metal here. So we can leave this here. Now, it connects through the equalizer. Now another arm, the spring that is preloaded at factory, as I already mentioned it. And here we have an overload spring in order to level the RV. Limit stops. This works when the axle is on top of the arm, and this is the other one when the axle is underneath the arm. So this is our new product for the RV trailer suspension, conversion from the leaf spring to the rubber torsion suspension by Sulastic. And we also can sell the parts by keeping the leaf spring suspension by just replacing the equalizer. You can add the overload spring. So basically that is our new product for the new market, focus on the new market.
So if I'm getting this straight, we have the Sulastic system, which is the preloaded torsion spring. Mm-hmm. We have the overload on this side and on that side, along with the two bump stops and this equalizer in the middle, and it's going to level out that ride and make it easier for whatever's in the trailer, like RVs, and I'm assuming you guys do toy haulers and everything, so all your goods isn't bouncing around back there. It's going to level it out.
It will level, it will stabilize, because this suspension, all this setup work as a suspension and a shock absorber as well. And you know, there are many problems with some of the trailers that doesn't have this rubber bump or this limit stop, so that keeps everything in place if you have any failure on the suspension.
So we've got the bump set in the torsion system, but we also have the pieces where we can just modify the current system and put in a better equalizer with the overload spring available.
That is correct.
All righty.
Don't go away, MrTruck.tv. We'll be right back.
So we have here two different models for the Ford Super Duties 2017 to the current model. And this is a pre-loaded model that most of the customers have bought during the last years. And we had some customers that complained about the durability of this product. So we went and redesigned a heavy duty or a more robust application when they are using heavy loads. And so this one is a heavy-duty suspension with a big mass of rubber here. And the difference between that one, the preloaded one, and this one is that this can handle up to the gross vehicle weight rating of the vehicle. So when you have heavy loads, when you have a camper on it, you are trailing almost all the time, this kind of suspension will be fit better for you, because it it is a more robust design for that one. So the calibration is made by this tension system. So you just use a wrench and turn this nut, and you will have more pre-tension on the rubber. And pretty much that's the difference between the preloaded Sulastic and the adjustable version of the Sulastic.
And that's for F450?
It's for the all Super Duties, F250, 350, 450.
Thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much.
And welcome to SEMA 2021.
Yeah, welcome to SEMA.
Reviewed a lot of hitches, videoed a lot of hitches, and my main hitch is Gen Y hitch. And this one is one we're going to try to beat up. This is our series called Gen Y hitch versus the jackhammer, and I'll show you the jackhammer in a little bit. But people are always saying, well, yeah, you know, you get all these Gen Y hitches and you're prejudiced and all this other nonsense. They do that on my videos. They do it when I'm with Andre on TFL Truck. But what I always say as a response to that question is, you find me a better hitch and I'll buy it. It's that simple. Holy cow! It did it! It did it! Okay, 60 degrees. Oh, holy cow! I broke off 2 chunks. Man, oh macro. Let me see. That's stuck. Holy cow. Now you can see the hole I was pounding away at. It made it square, but it didn't cave in the side by any means. It just drilled the hole out a little. Made it square and round. Can you see that from the camera? What I'm going to do now for my next trick, I'm going to drill through the hole of the solid shaft. Okay, I'm on the hole of the 2-inch shaft that goes in your receiver of your truck. When I use a hole, which helps the jackhammer stay put, which is the only way I can get the jackhammer to stay put, is starting in a hole. And you can see that hole, I made this hole. You can see it's somewhat square too. And that's about all I can do. Look at them, there's no indentation where I was pounding, even on the hole when I was pounding on it. It didn't cave in the side, it didn't even move the side. Whack! Whack! Okay, these squares, when I'm pounding on with a sledgehammer and using the chisel and using the punch, and it never deflated or never distorted the squares. That's 2 layers of steel on each side. And then there's 2 layers between each one. They're all a lot of metal in there. And it never moved, it's still square, but I did tear up the holes a little. Now you can see that one, I chipped some chunks out of it. That's the hole, I squared it up, and there's the chisel marks. You can see the chisel marks, there's several of them there. Chisel mark there, chisel mark there, chisel mark there. That's from that impact chisel. And so it tried, that's all it would go. It never dug in. And that was the round tool I used, and it made it square. Now let me flip it over and show you the other side. Ah! Now you can see these. Now you can see the square one there. That was around when I stuck that tool in, that punch tool, and it made it square. That's all it could do. So as I said before, if you can find a better hitch, a stronger hitch, a hitch that will never wear out on you, let me know, because I'll buy it. I don't think anything beats these Gen Y hitches. So I use them every week.